start.
I don't know when it's going to start. Is that going to be the opening screen?
Yep.
I have to look at it.
It's already live by 17 seconds. You said you did.
Yes, because I was that angle. I looked really skinny. Now look at the size of my boot.
Look at me. I look like my body is shoved off. I can pick it up higher.
I will die if I have a freaking heat flash in this room.
Well, it is hot. I'll say that.
It is lower than you.
It is hot. Very hot.
Can you do it?
I'm not going to.
I'm
So,
talented.
both of my sons are taking part tonight. My youngest son is the senior patrol leader, so he'll be running the actual show. And my oldest son is this is his court of honor for his eagle, which he got this past summer. But he waited until the rest of his friends in his patrol all got their eagles, and they're all going to do it together. There are 5 of them, right?
Yes, 5.
5 of them who will be getting their eagle ceremony. Yeah, that's right. I'll show you here. There's 5 chairs. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's my youngest son, Kiddis, who is the senior patrol leader.
Those things down there, don't they look like little Hot Wheel like trucks?
Yes, they're pedals.
I know, but it looks like trucks.
Okay, we'll see.
They look like little trucks with lights on top.
Yeah, you're right, they do. Very hot here.
Yeah. Everybody is sweating.
I am sweating for sure.
Apparently it was hotter in the other building.
Hotter in the other building. Well, I'm glad that we didn't have to do much in the other building.
Right now they turned up the AC over there. And nobody's over there, so it should cool off.
Over there in that other building. Okay.
Oh, there's a light on now, so that must mean it works. All righty. Looks like we're ready. Here at the beginning, we usually start out with a little bit of information for you guys, and then we move into the ceremony. So first of all, I'm Dwayne Fogg. I'm the scoutmaster of the troop. About 24 years ago, I was scratching my armpit when they were looking for a new guy, and I got volunteered. So I've been around for 24 years. So tonight, these 5 young men are receiving their 259th to 264th Eagle Scout that this troop has produced. We do have quite a legacy, and we're very, very proud of each and every one of them. I'm proud to say that any scout that's an Eagle Scout in our troop that's on this stage, there should be zero doubt by anybody in the audience that they didn't earn it. There's some that fly through and they're what they call fast eagles, but these guys, as you see, they're just right at 18. They've enjoyed the journey and they're now at this pinnacle. So let me get started. Good evening, guests, families, scouts, leaders. My name is Dwayne Fogg, Scoutmaster of Troop 787. My privilege to welcome you on behalf of Troop 787 to the Eagle Scout Court of Honor for Bryce Brashear, Tanner Gooch, Evan Reese, Elton Lopez, and Luke McDonald of the Viper Patrol. Yeah, I was joking with him in the back. I also said the Motley Crew. So this time, I'm going to call Kittis McDonald, who is our senior patrol leader, up front for the presentation of the colors.
All right, will everybody stand for the presentation of the colors? Color guard attention, color guard forward march. Color guard present the colors. Troop salute, please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
2. Color guard post the colors. All right. Parents, you may be seated, but scouts continue standing. Scout sign. Please show me in the scout oath. On my honor,
I will do my best to do my duty to guide my country, to obey the scout law, to help the people at all times, keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Scout law.
Scouts are trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
2. You may be seated. Alrighty, so tonight we have our opening invocation by Mr. Hansig. So, if you're ready, the stage is yours.
Carl, you want to use the mic or are you going to use that?
It's on. All right, good evening. Wow. Power. My name is Carl Hansik, and I have the distinct privilege of being the troop chaplain for Troop 787. Now, all of the members of Troop 787 know the answer to this question, so I want to hear it loud and proud. How do we start everything in this troop?
With a prayer.
Won't you join me, please? Father God, we are gathered here today to remember and to celebrate, to look back and ahead. Grant that each of us, like Bryce, Tanner, Evan, Elgin, and Luke, will examine our lives and determine if we're making the best use of our time, talent, and treasures. Teach us to be the kind of people who run towards those in need, not away from them. We thank you, Lord, for this troop and everyone who works so hard to make it the kind of place where boys can grow into leaders of men with honor and with an ever-deepening relationship with your Son, Jesus. For it's in his name, the name above all names, that we pray. Amen. Amen.
So at this time we have Brady McMichael, Fernando, come on up and let's do the opening ceremony.
The red of the flag is the lifeblood of brave men ready to die or worthily live for this, our country.
The white flag is for purity, cleanliness of purpose, thought, and word of deed.
The blue flag is for faith and loyalty, like the eternal blue of the star-filled heavens.
As Scoutmaster of Troop 787, it's my pleasure to declare this Eagle Court of Honor for Bryce, Tanner, Evan, Elgin, and Luke McDonald is now officially open. Scouts, forward march. Tonight, we have the honor and pleasure of bestowing the rank of Eagle Scout to 5 members of our troop. In full awareness of the challenge of the times, the parents of these young men and their scout leaders have labored long and faithfully. Their efforts culminate tonight in the presentation of the Eagle Award. The success of these efforts will manifest in a way that this and every other Eagle Scout sets a social pattern for the lives they touch. This court calls Kevin Brashear and Craig Lees to present the Trail to Eagle. You guys may be seated.
This is the voice of the eagle whose heights you have struggled hard to reach. Remember well when you first came to the base of the cliffs, and how you looked up with ambition and determination. Look back for a moment, look down the cliff you have climbed, look at the experiences you have encountered in your ascent. Those experiences should not be forgotten. You should profit by making sure adverse experiences do not occur again. Experience is a valuable teacher if you heed its teachings.
We remembered when you took your first step onto the trail that leads upward. With that first step, you began to build yourself physically, mentally, and morally. You started living the Scout oath and law. All the while you were on the trail, we watched you study, and we saw you learn by doing. First, you were only a scout.
Then your brother scouts called you a tenderfoot, and they were right. You were indeed a tenderfoot scout.
So you reached the first ledge, and there you were greeted by a large group of second-class scouts.
Some, like you, were stopping to catch their breath before continuing along the trail. You began to study more, you worked harder, and almost before you knew it, you came to another ledge, the ledge where the first-class scouts dwell.
There you found a tempting green meadow by a clear stream bathed in the sun. Here you were tempted to remain. Yes, you could have remained there to live in the first-class glory, but your ambition stirred you on. We remember your advancement to Star Scout.
The trail from first class to star rank was not as difficult as it had seemed. This spurred you on again and you climbed further. The trail was steeper and less worn. Fewer scouts were headed in your direction. You looked down and saw crowds below you. You looked up and saw a few above you. And with the same determination with which you started your climb, you continued up the trail. Soon you earned the badge of life rank.
The heart badge was then placed on your uniform. You will never forget the thought in your heart. This feeling has been experienced by all scouts on reaching the ledge of Life Scout. Now I am close to Eagle, I will carry on. The trail will become tougher, but more interesting. The original principles, the Scout oath and law, now had a fuller meaning. Your understanding of them was greater.
Yes, we have watched your character unfold and become more manly. We have watched your leadership expand into a valuable asset. We have watched your mind develop and your wisdom increase. We have watched all these things in you, and now that you are on the threshold of your goal, we welcome you, for you have done your climbing in a true scout-like manner. This is the voice of the eagle.
At this time, we're going to review the Eagle rank criteria. The awarding of the Eagle badge is an important and serious occasion, the climax and the goal for which a scout works for many years. It is an occasion for pride and joy, a time for serious contemplation. It is the culmination of the efforts of various leaders of this troop. The Eagle Award is the highest and most coveted rank in scouting, the last major step in the advancement program. The odds of reaching Eagle Scout are quite low. Each year, approximately 6% of all eligible scouts in the United States reach the Eagle rank. At this point, we trust you have achieved our purpose in the building of character, training, leadership, and practice of service. To become an Eagle Scout, you must earn a minimum of 21 merit badges, including 14 which are required. A Scout must serve actively in a troop leadership position for a period of 6 months after achieving the rank of Life Scout. While a Life Scout, you must plan, develop, and carry out a service project helpful to a religious institution, school, or community in a manner worthy of an Eagle Scout. He must demonstrate through the testimony of character references and otherwise that he lives by the principles of the Scout oath and law in his daily life. Finally, he must appear before a board of review. Bryce, Tanner, Evan, Elgin, and Luke each joined Boy Scouts after receiving the Arrow of Light Award from their Cub Scout packs. They earned a combined total of 179 merit badges, and their leadership positions have included Senior Patrol Leader, Assistant Senior Patrol Leader, Troop Guide, Patrol Leader, Librarian. They are all ordeal members of the Order of the Arrow. Luke has achieved his brotherhood. These scouts have dedicated their Eagle projects to veteran Central Florida community. Bryce's Eagle project was to build a large xylophone with rainbow boom whackers in a large wooden frame anchored to the ground at Keith Elementary School. The project will hopefully provide entertainment to the kids for years to come. For Tanner's Eagle Scout project, he created a set of fun and educational signs for Lawton Elementary to teach kids about space, including Mars, the moon's phases, NASA's Artemis mission. He came up with the ideas, designed the signs, and led a team of volunteers to build and install them. The goal was to get kids excited about space in a simple, hands-on way. Evan's Eagle project consisted of upgrading computer systems of all three JMJ Pregnancy Center locations. He fundraised and purchased the monitors, keyboards, and mice as the computers were donated by a local school. His team then set up the computers, installed all of the required software for the charity to operate. Finally, he created an instruction manual for the employees to learn how to operate the new system. Elgin's project was to create a relaxing area for the church youth group at St. Stephen's Catholic in Winter Springs. He created a fire pit and benches where they can meet and pray and interact. Luke worked for the Audubon Society Center of Birds of Prey for his Eagle project. They asked him to build 3 barred owl nest baskets. These nests, once built, will be stored and used when the Audubon finds a nest that has been destroyed. Because these nests are woven baskets, constructing them utilize the same skills needed to earn the basketry merit badge. This is one of the things that gave Luke the idea of doing this as an Eagle project. Not only will this help the Audubon Society and the owls, it also benefited the volunteers as they learned a new skill of basket weaving. As Scoutmaster of Troop 787, it is my pleasure to report that after a thorough review of all their qualifications, Bryce Bashir, Tanner Gooch, Evan Lease, Elgin Lopez, and Luke McDonald have qualified for the rank of Eagle Scout and are entitled to receive the Eagle Scout Award. This time I'd like to ask Lance Kochman to come forward. Lance is one of our Troop Eagle Scouts.
And our troop guide.
As an Eagle Scout, I challenge you on behalf of all Eagle Scouts to accept the responsibilities as well as the honor of the Eagle Scout Award. These responsibilities are as follows. An Eagle Scout must live with honor. His honor is sacred, the foundation of all character. An Eagle Scout will live so that he reflects credit upon his home, church, school, friends, and himself. May the white of your badge remind you to live with this honor. An Eagle Scout is to be loyal, to thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night the day, though cannot then be false to any man. Neither pain nor profit, pride nor personal loss shall sway his loyalty. The blue on your badge is an emblem of your loyalty. An Eagle Scout is courageous. Courage gives all character, force, and strength. With trust in God and faith in his fellow man, he faces each day afraid and seeks his share of the world's work to do. Let the red of your badge remind you of your courage. Finally, an Eagle Scout is service-oriented. extending a helping hand to those who toil along the scouting trail. You have completed, just as others have aided you. The daily good turn must take on a new meaning and a better life pattern of service. Protect and defend the weak and the helpless, comfort the unfortunate and oppressed, uphold the rights of others as well as your own. Remember, real leadership is founded upon real service. At this time, I ask Assistant Scoutmaster Daryl Copenhaver to come forward and administer the Eagle Scout oath.
Will all the Eagle Scouts present here tonight please come forward, state your name and the year of your Eagle, and then stand as close as you can behind them.
Okay. So Dwayne Fogg, 1976.
Ryan Reardon, 2002.
Billy Askey, 2000.
Noah Berman, 2022.
Matt Gooch, 1988.
Lance Kaufman, 2021.
Dan Mosher, 1988.
Dylan McCarthy, 2022.
Eric Swank, 1998.
Kelly Pennington, 1978.
Tom Washington, 1968. Craig Chesterton, 2003.
Christopher Camp, 1997.
Patrick Harrell, 1984.
Garrett O'Malley, 2014. Nicholas Joyner, 2012.
Austin Riggett, 2020.
Skylar DeLand, 2021.
Sevy Ortiz, 2023.
Noah Powers, 2024.
Daryl Copenhaver, 1975. Guess what you guys get to do now? All our new Eagle Scout candidates, please stand. And with all scouts, please give the scout sign as they would give the oath that you took at the point of your Eagle. Eagle Scout candidates Bryce, Tanner, Evan, Elton, Luke, please give the scout sign and repeat this oath after me. I affirm my allegiance.
I affirm my allegiance
To the 3 points of the Scout Oath.
to the 3 points of the Scout Oath.
I thoughtfully recognize
I thoughtfully recognize
and take upon myself
and take upon myself
the obligations and responsibilities
the obligations and responsibilities
of the rank of Eagle Scout.
of the rank of Eagle Scout.
On my honor, I will do my best
On my honor, I will do my best
to make my training, example, rank, and influence.
to make my training,
Example, rank, and influence count strongly for better scouting
how strongly for better scouting
and better citizenship
and better citizenship
in my troop,
in my troop,
in my community,
in my community,
in my contacts with other people.
in my contacts with other people.
All right. All the Eagles who came up before, you may return to your seats. Gentlemen, you may put down your scout sign and face the audience.
Okay, at this time is the special time of the session here that we're going to present the Eagle Scout Award. So Bryce, Tanner, there's something wrong here. It says we gotta have all the parents to come up here. Come on up, parents, and stand by your scout. Then you give a little more space between you guys. Mom on one side, dad on the other.
He's not here.
This way, so we can see Evelyn and his family. Go this way, guys. All right. So Bryce, Tanner, Evan, Elgin, and Luke, no one will ever know the unnumbered acts of sacrifice and helpfulness from your mothers who have stood by you over the years. They have contributed to your attainment of this award and have helped lead you to this day. As a symbol of what your mother made possible, the court now asks these scouts to present their mothers with a miniature eagle pin. They're still attached. We're going to have to pause for a second. They're still all attached inside the award. Stand by. As they're working this, each of these metal kits have the pins attached to the board, and we forgot to do this. And I'm not very good at singing or dancing, so we'll just pause. So while they're doing that, if you see on the screen, there's a QR code. They didn't print programs because when they figured out the cost was going to be $400 to $500 for a program, they made a QR code, and you can scan that, and you can have a program for tonight's event. So do they all have their mother's pins? All right. So while they're working on the dad's pins, so at this time, guys, it's time to present your mothers with a miniature eagle pin. Go ahead and pin them on your mom, not just hand it to them. Tanner. All righty. So Bryce, Tanner, Evan, Elgin, and Luke, your father has helped you in your efforts to lead you to this day with guidance and support. The court now asks these scouts to present their fathers with a miniature eagle pin. If you guys still wear ties, that's usually where I wear mine. So Bryce, Tanner, Evan, Elgin, and Luke, by the authority vested in me by the National Court of Honor of the Scouting America, it is my privilege to pronounce you an Eagle Scout.
All right!
So these guys are just about ready. When they will be handing Mom the Eagle medal. Moms, you will have the distinct honor and pleasure to present your son with the Eagle Scout medal, which we'll ask you to place over their heart. The pocket can be a little tough. You might want to do it right above the pocket. And if you drop the little thing, just hitting it with the pen, it'll stick. I'll get out of the way for the photo op. Okay, at this time, I've got some Scoutmaster corrective action to do. So far, out of the 5 Scouts, Evan is the only one that hugged his mom. No matter how much we mention it in the Scoutmaster Conference, remember to hug your mom. All right. So Bryce, Tanner, Evan, Elgin, and Luke, on behalf of the Scouts, adult leaders, and committee of the troop, it is my pleasure to present you with the Eagle neckerchief. This is the Father's honor to change you out. As they're doing this, for the families and visitors, in our troop, the scouts wear red, the leaders wear light blue, troop guides are green, senior leadership, the SPL and his staff all wear dark blue. White scarves are our Eagle Scouts. And you'll see a few around the room. I see Noah, Zombie, Lance, and Noah. Yeah, I see a couple of them that have their white neckerchiefs. As they're finishing up, guys, there are times you shake your dad's hand, and there are times you also give them a hug. So that's a big. This is a big event. This is a huggable thing. Okay, through the years, the Scouts have many experiences with various people who help them grow. Okay, I should have. All right, moms and dads, they left it out of script. Moms and dads, you may now be seated. And we'll have the chairs pull up and the boys sit back in the chairs. Thanks, moms and dads. So while you're standing, before you sit down, Troop 787 and all the families, I gladly present 5 new Eagle Scouts. Let's hear it for them.
Well done, man. Well done.
So through the years, Scouts have many experiences with various people who help them grow and learn along the trail. It is the commitment of these troop members that keeps our Scouts focused and provide guidance towards the goal of living the Scout law. At this time, the Corps invites each Scout to present their mentor pins to those individuals who have personally impacted their journey. You guys may have a seat, and Bryce, you're first up.
Okay, first off, I'd like to present my fatherly mentor pin. Throughout all my scouting career, there hasn't been a day where he hasn't been there by my side to support me no matter what. Through countless meetings and campouts, he has consistently shown up not only for me, but for others all around him as an adult leader. I couldn't be more grateful to have a father and a friend as great as he is. He constantly demonstrates cleanliness, kindness, and his eagerness to help, which I always admire and has shaped me into the relatively well-rounded person that I am today. I must also credit him with putting up with all my nonsense and silliness, as he has enabled me to succeed in scouting and in many ways in life by never letting me give up, even when I really want to. I'm very grateful for the wonderful example he has set for me, and I have no idea where I'd be without him. Thank you, Dad, for all that you do in Scouts and in my life as a whole.
In the interest of time, if you want to hand it to him, that's great.
Yeah.
There you go.
Next up, I would like to present Mr. Lease with a mentor pin. Since I was a small young scout, he has always been present and involved in getting my patrol to become the best versions of himself they could possibly be. He has showed us all how important it is to respect each other and treat everyone with kindness, no matter the situation. Many of my scouting memories have Mr. Lease in them, and not one of those memories where he's present is negative. I have always looked up to him, and I'm honored to have him as my mentor and as a leader in my scouting journey. Thank you, Mr. Lease. I would also like to give a mentor pin to Miss Linton. Throughout my years as a younger scout, she showed me great kindness and an undying willingness to help out and be supportive in any way she could. I always enjoyed her presence as an adult leader, and I knew that if I ever needed anything, she was always there to help with a smile on her face. I admire her incredibly positive attitude no matter the situation, which has had a lasting impact on me throughout my teen years. It was an honor being led by her, and therefore I am honored to present her with this mentor pin. Thank you, Ms. Linton. Simply, throughout all his help with my Eagle project, Mr. Kopenhaver has earned a mentor pin. He guided me through the daunting and challenging process of understanding how to get my Eagle project done in the correct, which is definitely my fault, and correct fashion. Without him, I have no idea where I'd be, as without his guidance, I was lost and quite afraid of the whole Eagle project thing. He showed me the way, and for that I am very grateful. Thank you, Mr. Kopenhaver. Of course, I must present Mr. Fogg with a mentor pin. He's been there every step of my scouting career, and I am incredibly grateful for his contribution. He's always been willing to let me bug him about whatever random thing I've got going on, whether I need something checked, signed off, or a plethora of other things. Thank you, Mr. Fogg. Last but not least, I'd like to present my patrol mate, Tanner Gooch, with a mentor pin. It has been a true pleasure growing up alongside Tanner, and it's been wonderful watching him grow up to be such an amazing young man. Despite us not sharing a school, he is still one of my closest friends, and I love every second I spend with him. He shows up to meetings to keep me company, and he has always offered his support when I need it. He was there at my Eagle Board of Review, my project, and so many other important events and times for me. He has taught me what a great friend looks like, and I could not be more grateful to have a friend like him. Thank you, Tanner. That is it for me. I will pass it on.
Hi.
Hi, Tanner.
Hi, Tanner. Let me get my list up. Okay, so the first thing I want to give is to Mr. Fogg. Mr. Fogg was the first person to introduce me to Troop 787. Whether it was just during troop meetings, campouts, or just moments when I needed help, he was always there for me, leading by example and reminding me what true leadership looks like. I'm grateful for his patience, encouragement, and the way they challenged me to step up and grow. It is my honor to present this pin to Mr. Fogg. So the second pin, this one goes out to Mr. Hoisington. Mr. Hoisington has been someone who's looked after me ever since I joined Scouts, even if it's for my mom's permission to whack me in the head. Your stories and perspectives have helped me become a more well-rounded person, and I'll forever be grateful. So this third thing goes out to Mr. Copenhagen. Mr. Copenhagen has helped me become a better project manager, and he helped me through all the way through my Eagle project and taught me how to be professional in an interview. His advice was one of the main reasons I'm standing on this stage today. So, Mr. Copenhagen, come on. So, to start off with this, this fourth pin, I just want to say, do not call me Tucker. I'd like to thank you for your kindness and generosity to me ever since I joined Scouts. I love being in your truck when it was time to deliver mulch all around Sonoma County, although I do apologize for just getting Chipotle once. You've set a good example for all the Vipers in me, and I'll forever be grateful. So, Mr. Lees, come on. And for this next pin, this one goes out to Mr. Bashir. Now, additionally, you better not call me Tucker again. I'd like to thank you for being there for me, whether it's just troop meetings or drives at Thunder or driving your son to troop meetings. You have been a very thoughtful person that I've looked up to, and I appreciate that. So last but not least, this pin goes out to Miss Jossie. I'd like to say thank you for keeping my mom busy during meetings. Thank you for helping me raise money so I can put a film on. Thank you for talking to me when meetings were stagnant and I was making progress. And thank you for your spunky and contagious personality. And Mr. Evans next.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Alright. The first mentor pin I would like to bestow upon the man that led me through SBL. He worked with me closely for 6 months, showing me the ropes, giving me words of wisdom, and helping me run the troop in the best way possible. He also was an immense help through my Eagle application process and was my Eagle Scout mentor. He was a vital part of my project and helped me plan it for months. I could not have made it here without this man's help. I'd like to call up Mr. Copenhagen. My second pin will be given to the leader that watched me over when I first joined Boy Scouts. Whether it was just messing with me or giving me advice, he was always there. I had the pleasure of attending Phil on this leader, and he has been very close to me over the years. He has always kept track of where I was in my scouting journey, and it was always the person I wanted to make proud. I'd like to call up Mr. Powers, aka DS. Those who already know. For my third pin, I would like to give it to the man that hasn't been able to get rid of me. He was in charge of all the new scouts my first year, and I later worked with him being a troop guide for younger scouts under his direction. For the past 4 years, I've been lucky to have him as my teacher and get to be very close with him. This year, I was his teacher assistant for his class. Even though I wasn't that helpful, I was very happy to come into his class every day and just hang out. I'd like to call up my favorite teacher in the mayor of Sanford, Mr. Woodruff. And finally, I would like to call up the man that was with me from the start. If it wasn't for this man, I wouldn't have even crossed over from Cub Scouts to Boy Scouts, and I without a doubt would not have made it to Eagle. It only took me 7 years straight of him harassing me and him telling me to hurry up, but I finally got Eagle. Without his guidance, I wouldn't be me, and he has shaped me into the man I am today. He pushes me to be the best that I can be in all aspects of my life, and he's the reason that I'm not scared for the future. I feel prepared. Dan, come on up here.
First of all, I would like to say thank you all for coming, all of you in the crowd. I couldn't have done this without any of you. Thank you so much. I would first like to give my first Eagle pin to someone that truly, it's been there for everything, actually, the whole time I was in scouting. She actually encouraged me to keep going, and I would like to bring up my grandmother. And now for my second pin, I would like to thank this person he did the same thing as my grandmother, encouraged me to move forward. He always came up to me. I was always scared when he came up to me because I knew when he would come up to me when I was getting Eagle. And that would be Mr. Hoisington right over there. And now for my third pin. This man has truly excelled my work ethic. He's definitely yelled at me, but it was for good reason. And sometimes I would tell him my crazy stories, and he would always stick there for it. Mr. Lease. And now for my fourth pin, I would like to, I've always ended up in his car for some reason, and he always would put up with me because I was always end up in his group for some sort of activity, Mr. Bashir. Now for my fifth pin, I would like to say that he has truly helped me complete the road to Eagle.
Eagle was a very tough road, and I got it done within 3 days before my birthday, which is pretty close. I'd like to have Mr. Copenaver come up, please. Now for my 6th pin. This person, he did something that he doesn't do often. I had a cancellation within a week with my original project, and I had to find one quickly within a week, and he truly helped me there, and he actually found someone to pay for the entire thing, Mr. Fogg.
So, for my first pin, I'm going to give it to the person who's been here throughout my entire scouting journey, from Cub Scouts to Boy Scouts, and although I may not give you the most appreciation, and we may not align on everything, and we butt heads a lot, my dad. You have been here throughout my entire scouting career. And you have been here. Next up, I'm going to give my second pin to Mr. Fogg. You've been here since I joined the troop. Coming from a different troop, you've been here throughout my entire journey to Eagle. You've helped me in more ways than just my road to Eagle, and I'm forever grateful for that. Next up, I'd like to give a mentor pin to Mr. Copenhaver. You've helped me throughout my project and the process through Eagle. You've also helped me with all other aspects to the point that I am here standing in front of everyone with the Eagle Scouting. Next up, I'd like to give a mentor pin to Matt Reagan. You've been with me and helped me throughout my entire career in Central Florida Council as a council camp staff member. Helped me even throughout everything else that has happened. And I am forever grateful and thank you for that. There are a few others mentor pins that I will hand out. Unfortunately, they could not come tonight. One mentor pin is going to go to Mark Spinicelli. He has helped me. He helped me with my Eagle project. However, he is not here tonight. And then there's one more. My list.
So one of the things tonight is about you guys, but one of the things that you notice, Daryl Copenhaver came up here for each other. So Daryl this year got bestowed the National Outstanding Eagle Scout Award. Let's hear it for Daryl. Woo-hoo! A little bit of what he's done for these guys is part of what got him that award. He also is the president of the Table of Florida, and they provide meals every Thursday night to homeless and people in need. And I think when I worked on your paperwork, it was something like 18,000 meals. So that's another reason. It's not only with us, it's with the community. Congratulations, Daryl. So this is now the time for stories. So I missed the page. We did the, oh, Mr. Hoisington. God, we went right past that, didn't we? Oh, yes, there's a whole other section. All right, now you're up.
Gentlemen, I'm going to ask you to stand. Bryce, Tanner, Evan, Elgin, Luke, I have the honor of giving you the Eagle Scout charge on the occasion of your elevation to the highest rank in scouting. The Boy Scouts of all nations constitute one of the most wholesome and significant movements in the world's history, and you have been counted worthy of the highest rank in its membership. All who know you rejoice in your achievement. Your position, as you well know, is one of honor and responsibility. From this day forward, you are each marked men. As an Eagle Scout, you have assumed the solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to your country, to your fellow Scouts, and to mankind in general. This is a great undertaking, and as you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and to your brother Scouts. When you fail, you bring down by so much the good name of all true and worthy Scouts. Your responsibility goes beyond your fellow Scouts to your country and God. America has many good things to give you and your children after you, but these things depend for the most part on the character and leadership abilities of her citizens. You are to help her in all that she needs most. She has a great past. You are here to make her future greater. So I charge you to undertake your citizenship with a solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service to God and fellow man. So live and serve that those who know you will be inspired to the finest living. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their skills and abilities to the common good. Build America on the solid foundation of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence to God in whatever others may do. You will leave behind a record of which every Scout may be proud. At this time, the court invites Eagle Scouts Bryce Brashears, Tanner Gooch, Evan Leese, Elgin Lopez, and Luke McDonald to make their own remarks on this time. Bryce?
Stand by. I'd like to thank all of you for being here today, not just to support one of us, but to support the rest of my patrol as a whole who has worked so hard to earn the rank of Eagle. I would like to thank my wonderful girlfriend for always having my back no matter what, and showing me immense and unmatched love and care. I would like to thank all my friends who are currently at their graduation dinners, as I came straight here for my graduation. Thanking them for always being there for me and willing to talk when I need them. And I'd also like to thank all my family members who are always willing to show up and support me, sharing my celebrations and accomplishments. And everyone here, you are all so wonderful, and I thank you so much for being here to support me tonight. So thanks, everyone.
I thought we were doing longer speeches, so I'm just going to cut it shorter. I just want to give a lot of shout outs and thank yous. So first off, I'd like to thank crew 6227 Bravo at Philmont. Yeah, you know. Because at Philmont I learned how to act in stressful situations, how to lead, and how to lean on others when I need the most. I'd like to give a shout out to my patrol, the Vipers. Being part of that group was one of the most fun and informative parts of my scouting experience. Whether you're messing around at campouts or trying to cook something halfway edible, Or you question some people about food decisions, like Luke pouring a whole bag of cheddar cheese and their scrambled eggs at Thunder.
It was for you.
Life has taught me the importance of teamwork, friendship, sticking together through every challenge and every ridiculous inside joke. I like to say that I'm proud to be a Viper. And I'd like to thank, first off, my mom, through supporting me through every single step with handling my finances because I don't check. When you had to get me away early for campouts or summer camps or any flights, or just complaining about my partial merit badges. And to my dad, I'd like to thank you for putting me into Cub Scouts and help me start off my scouting journey. I'm forever grateful that you put me in scouting. And to my leaders and mentors, thank you for challenging me. Thank you for guiding me and never letting me settle. Thank you for giving me a chance to see things from a different perspective from your stories. And thank you for whacking me across the head when I wasn't doing anything good. But not pretty whack. So thank you for being here. Thank you again for being here, for being part of this journey. Scouting has shaped who I am, and earning the rank of Eagle is something I'll carry on with me for the rest of my life.
My scouting journey began back when I was in first grade, and it's taken me a long time to get where I am. It's been a lot easier for me to achieve this, though, because I've had numerous Eagle Scouts to look up to growing up. Numerous family members were Eagle Scouts or involved in Scouts, and they pushed me to keep going and emphasized how important it was when I was young. I also attended Eagle Scout ceremonies for 2 church friends when I was young, and I remember thinking, I want this to be me. I'm very proud that I can stand up here among my fellow patrolmates, and I'm very proud to represent Eagle Scout. I know every single Scout says it when they're up here, but it's true. I want to encourage the younger Scouts to keep going no matter what and get Eagle. It means so much more to you than you think. It means so much more than you think it does. My advice is to get as early as you can because it gets a lot harder the further you get into high school. And there's a lot of slowdowns when you get to senior year. I want to thank all my family members, my grandparents, my aunts, my uncles, my girlfriend, my parents, my sisters for being here today and supporting me through my entire journey. And I want to thank all my fellow Scouts and leaders that helped me push through to the end. Thank you.
So I've misplaced my speech, so just bear with me. I'm doing the best I can. So it might be a little short. I just want to say thank you all for coming out. I will not be on the stage with these great people. It's just been truly a blessing to be up here and earn Eagle, but there was definitely some hardship getting here. During the beginning of high school, I wasn't sure if I was going to continue doing this. I will be, even though I say I'm going to make it, there were some points where I didn't think I was going to make it, but throughout the whole journey, this has taught me how to be a better man, a better worker, and hopefully a better father in the future. And I just want to congrats to all of us. And I also want to personally thank my grandmother because she would always, bring up that I have many partial merit badges, and I think we had 14. It was a lot. She was always saying, "Are you sure?" She always would come up and say, "You're gonna make Eagle?" I said, "Yeah, I will." I was like, "Please, don't give me a heart attack like your uncle." And I'm here now, and I just want to say one more time, thank you all for coming out.
It's okay, I did you one better, Elgin. I didn't make a speech.
We tried to convince him.
Anyways, I'd like to thank everyone, all the adult leaders of 787 for welcoming me in, because I did not start off in this troop. I did not start off with PAC 787. I came in later, and I'd like to thank you all for welcoming me into the troop with open arms and helping me throughout my journey to Eagle, where I am now. I'd also like to thank all of you guys for welcoming me into the patrol. I could not have gotten here today without the help of you guys, and I'm forever grateful for that. Other than that, Thank you all. I don't think I could have gotten here today without the help of everyone. My parents, leaders, mentors, friends, fellow scouts. I would not be here today if it wasn't for you. Each of you played a role to me getting here today, and I'm forever grateful for everyone. Thank you.
So before we get to the stories, we got a couple of gifts for you guys. So we have a Eagle Scout coin for your collection.
Yeah.
Nice. A gift from the troop. And then we've got
Swag.
And we've got an Eagle Afghan.
I've waited 7 years.
Nice.
Wow. Beautiful.
So basically get feedback from time to time. I know some of our Eagle Scouts, when they've gone off to college, they adorn their college walls and their dorms with their Eagle. So one of those things that I've heard from a lot of college Eagle Scouts is they tend to be the cook for their dorm because they learn how to do it in scouting. A lot of them, their buddies are ramen noodles and that's about it, and boil water. But our guys have learned to cook. So this is the time that we have stories. Now, you have refreshing stories.
Wait, I have a gift for everyone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, you guys will each receive a brass one later once they're made. But these are custom made by my dad for challenge points for each of you in the patrol. They're minted. They have coin 1 of 5, so each one has its own serial number and date is minted. Okay, so each of you.
All right, so right now we're at 8:18, so I'm gonna do one story and then we do the video. Okay, I got the message. All right, so my story has a little bit of involvement. These guys, except for Luke came along later. So these Vipers, they went through the first year program, much like the Scouts we got going now. And we always have sort of an annual graduation for them to be second year Scouts by going to Camp Thunder. We go to Camp Thunder in January over Martin Luther King Jr. weekend. And these guys are famous. Yeah, so at Thunder, it's got about 1,000-foot elevation gain, so they can, by the time they get there in January, they've been in the troop almost a year, so they're backpacking. They're going up 1,000-foot elevation, they're heading off to a place called Indian Camp. Well, this particular year, we knew, based on following the weather, a strong band of storms was coming. So we gave everybody the choice of get out of camp, go get set up and be ready to hunker down, or stay in camp and hunker down there. Well, everybody pretty much wanted to go out into the outback, including the Vipers. So one of the things I always do is I take the first year patrol at Thunder down by the water, Flint River, and take them down a river road, and then there's this crevice that they climb, they work their way up through the crevice to get up high, and it puts them on the trail to Indian Camp. That year, somebody told them not to listen to Mr. Fogg. And they had another route that they were going to take. Well, we had an adult that went the previous year, so okay, no problem. So they headed off. So we usually don't hear from them too much, but we had a rainstorm come in, and I tell you, you couldn't see from me to the third row. That's how hard the rain was. It was concerning. So the guys were out there, and I assume they made it to Indian Camp. It wasn't that far. Well, Stephen Forbes Jr. had a cell phone, and his dad had his cell phone up on the mountain. Well, they got up high, and they were able to get signal. So this deluge is going on, and Stephen comes running up. Mr. Fowler, the Vipers are still hiking. And it was pouring rain. So I'm thinking, all right, what do we do? Well, the vans are down there. We got the keys. Alyssa Linton had some, and I had some. And it's like, we got to go down there. They know the rule is if you get lost, go west. You're going to run into the river and come out the river road. So I was trusting that they remembered that. So I jump in my Nissan Titan. I'm down by the pavilion. We got to go up this hill to the parking lot to go. And again, four-wheel drive, muddy, heading up. Somebody parked in the opening, so I inched over to the left and I put a V in my tailgate against the telephone pole. And I go, oh my God, I go, I got to get the boys. And so I took off, and as I'm pulling into where the vans are, I could see the headlights coming down the road. And they were soaking wet. We threw all the gear in the back of my truck, and Craig and the others got the keys from us, and they got in the vans. Well, once I was loaded, I took off because I was going to try to make sure things were happening. And before I left, I said, look, I got 10 bags of wings. Put them on the thing. We got cold, wet first years, and they're going to be miserable. So let's give them some food. So anyway, I come back. I come right down by the pavilion. Steve Forbes and his son get out, and all the adults were eating, and they're like, how's it going, Steve? And he's telling them, sorry, I'm moving packs, and that's the one time I yelled in this trip. I got up on the table and let it howl, and the adults were like, oh my God. We got cold, wet, and miserable first years coming. How's the wings going? Oh, we put one bag on. I go, they're pre-cooked. Fry them, grill them. I don't care. Get them on there. And as they come rolling in, we were assessing, how cold, how wet. We got hot showers to go and all that. And Elgin, I'm going to pick on a little bit. Literally everything he owned was soaking wet. The pack, the inside the pack, the sleeping bag, and all that. What's the motto of scouting, guys? So thankfully their scoutmaster was prepared with 3 foot lockers that had extra sleeping bags and stuff like that. And I joke with Elgin, I think we even gave you your whitey-tidies dry, but that's more of a joke than anything, just to get right on. You go, no, they were dry. But, so the Vipers, that was their story, and, something like that will end a scout. They're like, that was terrible, I never want to do that again. You know what? They're still here. So that goes to a testament to their character, this troop, and stuff like that. All right, and let's see, any of the others? The only one I got on Bryce is he takes 5 months to do paperwork.